Update 3. At a BBQ party, my wife announced her pregnancy not with me, but with my best friend. Everyone cheered, expecting me to collapse. My best friend said, "I've been doing your wife for a year, and you didn't even notice, loser." I raised a toast, smiling, just like I did with your daughter. You're going to be a granddad surprise. Their faces turned pale. Minutes later, the police broke in and the real nightmare began. I wouldn't fight back. This isn't a war, Scarlett said, her voice wavering with a mix of anger and desperation. Or at least it wasn't supposed to be. Fine, let's just say I made a mistake. I don't want James anymore. I just want to go back to how things used to be. Can we do that? Can we pretend we never tried this? No, I said simply, crossing my legs. We're not closing anything. Scarlett's eyes clouded with confusion. What do you mean? I said no, you wanted an open marriage. We have a postnup that says this arrangement stands until we both agree to close it. And I don't agree, so the arrangement stays. She stood there, trembling. You're punishing me, she said, her voice breaking. I shrugged. You're the one who asked for it. Willow spoke up. Dad, come on, she said. She doesn't want it anymore, be reasonable. Did you never love Mom at all? My gaze flicked to Willow. A rush of frustration rose in me, bitter and heavy. You think love is a one-way street? Where was your mother's love when she asked to degrade me, basically to publicly humiliate me with her paramour? Did either of you once consider my feelings? They stared, unable to answer. I grabbed my wallet, stood up, and walked to the foyer. I'm heading out, I said. Don't wait up. I have a date. Scarlett's face fell. Willow just gawked like she wanted to hurl insults but no words formed. I left, the echo of the front door slam punctuating my departure. 2 days after that confrontation, Willow tried to meddle again. She cornered me in the hallway before breakfast. Mom is in tears every night. She's miserable. I marched toward the kitchen, calm. Miserable because her plan backfired. Are you telling me you're concerned about her mental health? Or just upset you have to witness it? Both, Willow announced defiantly, stepping into my path. Dad, just quit messing around with Maria. If you want to keep the marriage closed, then act like it. Or if you want to divorce her, do it. But don't torture Mom like this. I brushed past her, ignoring the surge of rage in my chest. You didn't mind the idea of me being tortured in the first place, did you? Or did it amuse you to think of your father losing his dignity, while you cheered your mother on? She flinched. That's not fair. It was about empowerment. Spare me, I said sharply. I'm through paying for your nonsense. Speaking of which, how's that car lease? Didn't it end soon? Who's paying the extension? She frowned, confused, as if the abrupt change in subject caught her off guard. You know I don't have the money, Dad. Then you better figure it out, I said. Because I'm done footing the bill for you. The same goes for your ridiculous credit card debt and college tuition. Find a job or find another sucker. Maybe James, or your mother's new flings. They might be charitable, who knows? Her face paled. Are you serious? You can't just cut me off. I'm your daughter. I carefully set down my coffee mug. You took your mother's side. That's fine. Now you get to live with the consequences of it. Her teeth clenched in frustration. You're going to make me beg. Try working, I said coldly. Ever heard of that? She stormed out, tears brimming, shouting, You're a monster, as she disappeared down the hallway. 2 more weeks crawled by. Willow's bills piled up. She had that leased car, her mounting college loans, and no steady job. She spent her days texting friends, waiting for a miracle. Maybe she expected me to cave. Eventually, the time bomb went off. One afternoon, I returned from work to find Willow on my doorstep, furious, tears staining her face. I got a letter saying they're going to repossess the car, she hissed, shoving a piece of paper in my face. You can't do this, I need my car. I can't just not go to class or show up somewhere on a bus like a loser. I sighed, stepped around her, and unlocked the front door. If you feel too proud to take a bus, that's your problem. She followed me inside, gesturing wildly. Dad, you were always the one who said you'd stand by me, that I wouldn't have to worry about money during college. Are you really going to backtrack on your word? Scowling, I turned to her. My condition for paying your bills was that you at least respect me. Instead, you and your mother tried to humiliate me. So yes, I am backtracking. If you can't handle the new reality, you're free to leave. I can't pay for any of these debts, she yelped. I have, like, $300 in my bank account. I headed toward the living room. Not my problem, ask your mother's lover. Maybe James can cut you a check. Or maybe one of your mother's future bed partners. Willow let out a shocked breath. That's cruel. I gave her a cold, tight smile. I'm only following your logic, dear daughter. Mom's free, you're free. Everyone's modern, right? Isn't that what you wanted? She slapped the arm of the couch in frustration. Why are you being so nasty? Yes, do tell, said a new voice. It was Scarlett, stepping out from the hallway. Her expression was brittle. She held her arms crossed over her chest, looking at Willow, then me. Why are you punishing both of us like this? I turned to my wife. I'm not punishing anyone. I'm simply not rewarding disloyalty. Scarlett's eyes flicked to Willow, who was on the verge of sobbing. She softened her tone. Will, honey, go upstairs, I'll talk to him. Willow glared at me one more time, then stomped away, brushing angrily past her mother. Scarlett waited until she was gone, then faced me directly. Jonathan, enough. You've made your point. This entire open marriage fiasco was a terrible idea. But now you're just being sadistic. She's your daughter, she's young. She doesn't understand what she got herself into. I shrugged. She's old enough to goad you into an affair. She's old enough to handle the consequences. Scarlett balled her fists. Look, if that's how you want to handle Willow, fine. But you and I, can we talk civilly? She swallowed. I'm done with James, alright? He turned out to be a smooth-talking bastard. He's already pulled away, cancelled the last few dates, actually. You got what you wanted. I'm humiliated. But can we stop this madness now? Stop it how? I asked. Close the marriage. Let's try to go back. Or at least find some new normal without random dates or stupid drama. I'll sign anything. My jaw clenched. 2 weeks ago you tried that same request, I told you no. So why do you think anything's changed? Tears glimmered in her eyes. Because I can't do this anymore, she nearly shouted, voice cracking. I can't stand seeing you with Maria. She's my daughter's age. I can't handle the thought of you sleeping with her. It's messing with my head. Let's be a couple again, even if it's not perfect. I stared at her. No, you open this door. You keep it propped open. We're past the point of no return. She sank onto the couch, burying her face in her hands. You're so hateful now, she whispered. Where's the man I married? That man died the day you asked for an open marriage, I said, my voice lacking sympathy. And I walked away. A month passed. Willow, fed up with my refusal to pay for her life, moved out. She crashed with friends, but it was rocky. Scarlett, left behind, fell deeper into despair. She spent her days half-dressed, prowling the house as though searching for something. Occasionally, I'd see her rummaging through old pictures, tears slipping silently down her cheeks. One day, she cornered me on the back porch, her eyes bloodshot. Jonathan, I need to tell you something. I've been seeing doctors, she said quietly. I haven't been feeling well. I raised a brow, noticing how thin she'd gotten. The bones on her shoulders jutted out in ways they hadn't before. Doctors, she nodded, drawing in a shaky breath. I tested positive for an STD, she admitted, her face turning crimson. I got it from James. I never even thought he'd. She trailed off. Anyway, I'm on medication. It's treatable, but humiliating. So I hope you're happy, you got your revenge. Something in me twitched. A pang of guilt or pity, I couldn't discern. But my voice remained controlled. I'm not happy, Scarlett. This is all a consequence of your choice. Do you think I set this up? No. You asked for an open marriage, I said yes. Then you jumped right into bed with the first man who charmed you. A tear slid down her cheek, she swiped it away angrily. I get it, you hate me, I just hope you're being safe with your fling, because STDs are no joke. I stared at the fence, at the horizon beyond, anything but her gaze. Maria's not some fling, but thank you for the concern. She stared at me, voice trembling. You're a monster, I said nothing. She whirled around and left me alone on the porch. I remained there a good while, letting the autumn breeze swirl around me. Some part of me felt a faint sense of sorrow, for her, for what she was going through. Another part just reiterated the same old line. She brought this on herself. Things escalated again 3 weeks later. Willow, surprisingly, returned to the house, outraged and frantic, slamming the door behind her. I was in the kitchen reading emails when she stomped in. I have overdue loans, she said, her voice trembling with anger. I can't cover them, Dad, you need to pay them off. I kept my gaze on my phone. I don't need to do anything, I replied. I told you, I'm not your personal piggy bank anymore. Now you can watch the second part by pressing share, and more.